I was living in a rural area in Oklahoma with my mother at a small lake house, and I was probably 10 or 11 years old at that time. One night, I randomly and abruptly woke up for no reason, which was not normal for me, and I felt very uneasy. The only sound I could hear was my mother snoring in the next room on the couch. I rolled over and tried to go back to sleep, but my need to use the bathroom was growing more urgent. Grudgingly, I forced myself to head in that direction. The bathroom was on the other side of the house, around a corner and past the kitchen, and finally down a long hallway on the right. After making the trip and finishing my business, I flipped off the light switch and started heading back to bed. That's when I heard the distinct click of the light switch, and I saw the glow of the bathroom light in the hallway. Terrified, I slowly turned around, only to witness the light in the bathroom start clicking on and off. Finally, it shut off completely. In the darkness of the hallway, my eyes began to make out a white shape near the end of the hall. It was around my size and crouched on the floor. At this point, I was frozen to the spot as my mind began to realize that no one else was home except for my mom and me. Then, the white shape began whispering in a quiet man's voice, "Help me, I'm lost." I remember wanting to scream for my mom, but I couldn't. Instead, I barely said, "No," before this thing started running at me, sounding like it was on all fours. I quickly ran through the kitchen and around the corner before heading to my sleeping mother and shaking her awake. I remember saying, "It's coming! It's coming!" and my mother's eyes going from dazed to alert in an instant. She asked me what was going on, and I saw her eyes look over my shoulder before she screamed. Remembering her scream still makes my blood run cold. Never had I heard pure terror like that in my life, even to this day. She grabbed me by the arms, pulled me into my room and slammed the door. She held me in her arms with her back pressed against the door as we listened. It sounded like this thing was running around in circles in the kitchen. We could hear hands and feet slapping against the tile. The kitchen had a sliding glass door to the outside, which sounded like it was thrown open and then slammed. We sat there horrified until daybreak. After that incident, I was sent to my grandmother's in the next town for a while, and I never set foot in that house again. Years later, my mother told me that she went walking around the property after the incident and came across a small burial site with 3 headstones belonging to children from the early 1900s. It freaks me out because what I heard that night was a man's voice, but it was so unnatural. My mom still will not tell me what she saw behind me and what made her scream. She tells me she's afraid it will know we're talking about it and that it will come back. This is the first of many weird things that have happened in my life.